Hey, what's up, everybody? I got some time to sit down and do some stuff. I had time to work on this map, put up some teasers. Some of it was public, some not. But anyway, I just wanted to do a little update and might do some streaming later on. Actual streaming. I do have comments enabled. For whatever reason, just in case somebody joins, but I just want to go over this real quick. This is the city. I did most of this in about 2 or 3 hours. Needs a lot of detail, and everything is the same color. I'll come back and retexture for dramatic effect and whatnot. But this is work in progress that I've been working on and off for a while. I'll go into details here in a little bit. Some missions already set up, and I'll definitely move this guy because this kind of thing is ridiculous. But this is what you would have already seen. Mission gets activated. Other missions that are available won't let you start it unless you go abandon. I forget where I put that, but whatever. It's supposed to go through the HUD. L1 for me. Some of that stuff needs updating because I made some modifications. That's done. Here will be a store, probably some other kind of store. Oh, here it is. Huh. Now if I come over here and pick up this mission, just to go to the graveyard.
Mission failed.
Mission failed, no active mission. Pick it up again. Oops. Still wall there that's not been covered. I'll be doing some sort of player safe space type thing for players. At this point, it's still 4-player. As we get closer to the end, if I really want to add something, I may remove that. Maybe just remove 2 players, depending on what I can free up. If network becomes an issue, then I may make it single player only. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to try to make it still 4-player compatible. I've got a little ocean thing here. The effect is kind of wonky, but that's just a feature, not a major feature. But of course, if you get up here and jump, then you can tell that it's not really as far as it seems from down here. I'm aware of that. Gate here, duty, job board. Don't know if I'll actually use it. Doesn't do anything right now, but that's there. Kind of Borderlands-esque. Some guys talking to each other, and really nothing else done here other than what you can see here. No lighting except for decals, creating some false light, and the light coming from those 2 windows is actually coming from a decal that's inside there, and there will be a ceiling here. But anywho, current mission, hit scoreboard, graveyard. I made it, so I know where I'm going. Some grid room wall back here too. Unfortunately, this is not lit, so I can't show you this in game, but I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty cool looking. Anyways, we'll come over here to this portal, travel, before we actually do the graveyard, which is 95% done. Could use some touching up. Go check out the other stuff just to kind of showcase some of this stuff. The desert. I apologize if the sound is too loud. I reduced it. It's kind of annoying, but I want it there anyway, so I'll have to fuck with the audio level. This is the skybox that will be here. There will be sand on the ground here also. Obviously, it is a desert. I guess I could do a icy desert, but I already have a frost zone. Oh, spooky skeleton. Oh, yeah. Some cool stuff over here. There would be like a little mini village or something here. Still have to come up with stories and shit for that. But this is the desert, and there's a little pyramid. Come in here. I dropped the stamina damage threshold to 30, I think. Yeah, 30, and then 10, 5 maybe. I don't know, one of the two. Come through here, be some secrets and shit, and I'll fix this right here. That's ugly. So it's just on this side. There will be something here. Obviously, it's a focal point. Something here, maybe some secrets and shit. I know it's very dark right now. I have no lighting except for a few lights in the city. So suck it. Back here will be some sort of extra thingy again. No lighting, so this looks awful. I know. There is a hole here. If I jump to the side, you can see there. You can go in there. I could go in there now, but there's nothing there to explore, so fuck it. This is a ramp. I'll have to fix that. I shouldn't have to jump. And it wraps back around to the beginning. So whatever main mission sends you here will end there. This is a mental reminder. This will be gone by the time this is playable. Travel, you'd end up traveling back to the city probably. Caverns, I just scrapped most of everything here. Let you listen to the background noise there. Some dripping water type sound. It's either water or fire, I don't know. I dropped the pitch on it. But there's going to be a Pinky running around on this side that's going to go from box to box, and these boxes will be enveloped by other boxes and other boxes inside of boxes and whatever. There above, that floating box there will envelop these smaller ones. Small ones are triggers. Hello, whoever's watching. But a Pinky will run and be randomly teleported, and will have some sort of smoke trail, some sort of effect, and then on this side will be a Spectre, and it's going to hurt a lot. So I can run through here, and these do absolutely nothing, even though they're already set up to teleport. They are set for AI only. So Spectre over here, Pinky over there. One will be more difficult. The more difficult side will have more special sauce. And then over here will be some sort of special room for story resolution. But I'll go back here and check out Space Station. Cover this real quick. There's no walls or ceiling, so live with it. But down here, this will kill you if you jump here, if I let you jump down there. And walk across this here. I'm going to fall through this. That's got to be fixed. I haven't gotten around to it yet. This will be well lit eventually. This was done in about an hour, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to touch it up, put some lights, props, and all that good shit in here. But if you go over here, eventually there will be some sort of jump pad or something. A lot of low grav type stuff going on in here. Be able to get to the top. That's the gist of this zone. Also, the temperature affect will be -1. Caverns will be +1. I apologize if you heard that sound last time that happened in my ear. Everybody else heard it. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that. But anyway, yeah, that'll be the space station. I'll go over that here shortly. And graveyard, we do have a mission here. Here it is. Oh, whatever. Some stuff. Check crates. This is going to be a difficult map. Here we go. External temperature affect is a -2. It's going to update. I just dropped it down to about 1.5 seconds, but if I hit a certain debug combination, I can override that, so you don't have to watch me deal with that bullshit. But there are fires available. Of course, if I leave the fire, it's going to set it back down to -2. But there's some zombies walking around here. Eventually, they'll probably be invincible, but eventually you get to kill them with a chainsaw, so that's all good. There's some stories in here. Here's one of them, along with a fire to stay warm. You can pause and read that if you want to, but that's one of 3 stories. Come over here, and we do have a mission. This is what we're looking for. I found something. Yay, that is random. I may not find something. I may find something. There's one over here also. Nothing useful here. There's like a 35-second delay or something on that. I forget. It's all subject to change, of course. And don't mind these seams. There's really not much I can do about them. This is a wide open area. A big open or large building there. There's 2 open windows up there. I think I opened up the other window. That guy's dead. He's mentioned in one of the stories. There's something, nothing useful there. Over here, I'm gonna... yeah, it's taunt 1, that's my current debug button. I found something, so I have 2 of them now. I need 3, as per this, 3 repair supplies. If I go to the place I'm supposed to go, which is here, satellites, I don't have everything I need. I was originally going to do something cool here, but and I didn't. And if I can sneak up here, that could be a problem. Yeah, I'll have to fix that. Anywho, there's a secret up there. There we go. Nothing useful here. I still need to find one. Bad guy. I think there's... yeah, there we go. Alright, I should have all 3 now. If I have space to come back and work on some more like actual displayed objectives, then I may do that just to make it a little bit easier for people, but there we go. Now start it up inside. According to this, run the startup sequence from main terminal without getting killed. Some explosion sounds. You can still come here, and if I check mission status, it is done. Right. Jumping now takes stamina. It says I have enough to repair. I might not fix that. That's really not that big of a deal for me. But anyway, it's done. I guess I could... I forget where the other thingy-mabobber is. There's 3 stories. Cut that off. Go up here. Oh, I know where it is. But anyway, if you come up here, it's all hot and shit. Chainsaw. Fuel. What's this? Not sure what I'd do with this. You have to get all 3 stories. If you go in, not in there, but like in here, it's gonna hurt real bad. Temperature balance went up way high. Cut that off. This would be one of the last places to go to, so it appears as though I'm struggling and I'm hitting my debug button to skip a lot of that shit, but by the time you get here you should be able to handle it. Alright, one of them's... cut that off. Right there's one. You can go back and pause if you want to read that. But then that will give you clues to come up here. And up here. And then you come up here, cut that off. It's a free upgrade. Check that. Story discovered. You can go back and pause if you'd like to. And if I check it again, it says story already discovered to signify that You already found it. There's 3 per zone. This guy's dead. Okay. I just changed the texture on it so it didn't look so gross. Whoops. Then, alright. I did just drop the kills down for this final story resolution. So, something happened here. Don't know what. It's not really discussed in the stories. If I have time to go through it, whoops, then I will. There is some health in here, though. Aha. The fuck? Oh, I hit the hit the stairs. Oh, dingus. Alright, now got all 3 of the stories for this zone. Oh yeah, I have a mission active. Ha! Yeah, fuck me. Alright. Anyway, let's go back through here. Go to the city, turn this in. Where's that guy at? Right here. There we go. Alright. And I haven't sorted out where the purchasables are, so they're all still lined up. Right, chill. Health. And, let's see. I don't really need that, but I'll purchase this real quick. And fuck it. Come over here. Grab that real quick. Alright, just in case. No active mission, so I can come back here and go back to the graveyard. Alright. Go back up here. I think I went through all the other zones. Yeah. Alright. Now we come over here. Huzzah. Story resolution, Restless Dead, Graveyard Stained with Remnant Guilt. If you go back and read the 3 stories, you'll see why. Relieve the dead of their guilt, tear them apart, and send them to hell. So, that's what I'm going to do. What does this do if I do that? Nothing. Alright, that's good. So I've got a chainsaw. If I die, it will fail. And if I leave a zone, it will fail. I have not tested it, but I'm fairly confident it will work, and that's a problem. Okay. Fix that sometime. Probably. Alright. There should be, I think, 2 guys over here. Maybe have some dramatic music or some shit. I don't know. Infinite ammo. Alright, now. And it's finished. 2,500 cash, 5 upgrade points. Here's a story. Story already discovered there. That's pretty much it for this zone. It would take a lot more time to actually finish this stuff properly without hacks. I have no active mission that was completed, but and come back, go through my HUD. Completed 3 main missions. I've discovered 3 stories. At this point in time, those are the only stories I have placed. Available cash 2,500. It's for purchasing temporary stuff like health and armor. Upgrades found. 3. I gotta work on that because it doesn't include mission rewards. I should be able to max this out unless I maybe didn't do that right. No, I didn't. Okay. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the display here. Alright, so 21 minutes so far in this. I'll try to keep this under 40. Anyone watching, let's go for 1,000 trillion likes. JK lol. Anyway, yeah, here's what the caverns looks like now. Smoke trail type thingy, some teleporting shit. Nothing interesting in here at the moment. This is teleport destination and trigger. And some stuff here, and temperature mod just for in here. I don't have it set up for anywhere other than the city and graveyard. Some background noise, yay. Some custom event stuff going on there. Go to logic room last and actually go over that stuff. Here's what the graveyard looks like, and module environment is off. If it was on, it would look like shit. So there we go. Here's what it looks like. It's for the story. This was a problem. We'll go ahead and fix that. Probably gonna fix it. I don't know. Some mission logic there for that. Some mission logic here for that part. There should be a spawner around here somewhere, but whatever. Yeah, there it is. More mission logic for if you have the chainsaw. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it looks like here. Some other cool stuff going on here. Story logic and mission logic. Yeah. Some other stuff there. All right, there's graveyard. Here's the desert. There's my pyramid, which I'm intentionally blocking out the sucky part of it, and I'll cover that up with something else creative. Some other stuff with environment on. That's what it looks like. Some stuff going on in here. There'll be some secret thing here. You can crouch through that. You can also stand up inside a blocking box if you're crouching. So I'll have to fix that somehow. Secret room here. In case anyone who watches this and then actually plays this map in the future is curious, you will be able to ledge grab here, and there will be a secret in there. Yep. Really almost absolutely nothing placed. Just some geo work. Yep. Pretty much same thing here. Sounds are different from the last one. Space station. This is actually pretty much almost done. Just needs to be populated with some props and shit like that. Up here, and somewhere there and there, maybe the other two corners, I want to put some sort of floating space thingy. And eventually, you know, you come in here, pick up some stuff, maybe flip some switches, whatever, and then get up here, and there will be a jump pad or some shit, and it'll send you up here, and then you can kind of explore a little bit. If you just wanted to bang out the missions real quick, you just kind of come in, do what you got to do, and leave, and you can finish real quick. But if you want to do everything, then there will be that option for more of a scavenger hunt kind of thing going on. Here's the city. That's very bright, so I'm going to turn on the module environment. I had to make it extraordinarily bright to be able to see and to make it appear as though things were illuminated. Otherwise, I mean, that's kind of pointless for a city midday to be that fucking bright. And unfortunately, I had to use a bunch of spotlights because normal lights just kind of suck. And I'll probably have to change player camera when you come in here. And there will be some stuff in here, one weapon at a time maybe. I don't know. Kind of playing it by ear. Some gates and shit. Kind of an armory, barracks thing going on here. Haven't set up really much of anything. Here's mission 2. Sends you to the graveyard, which will be one of the last missions probably. Although you can do them in any order you want, provided they don't require something already. Mission 1 is the tutorial. This will go somewhere way more obvious. But that's what the missions look like when they're implemented. Message, which actually I could probably put this message somewhere else, but I'll leave it there for now. But that's what that looks like. Abandoned mission. There will be something a little bit more creative than just this shitty little trigger when I get that where it needs to be. Don't know where that is yet, but it'll get there. Yep, player 1, 2, 3, 4, little housing thing. You'll be able to come up here. There'll be something here, but maybe I have to do something first. First mission, the tutorial mission, will be here. The final mission will likely be here. Still not sure what I want to do with that, but it's all ready for whatever I want to do. I believe this is the only area that you can see of the grid room anymore. Never mind the render distance limitations in editor. I will probably change some colors and illumination on these decals, and then make them pop a little bit, texture these walls, and make it look a little prettier. You can see my network right now, 77.68. It was about 60, but I put in a bunch of teleport destinations and stuff for the caverns. So I'm kind of fighting against that right now, and I'll likely have to sacrifice a few things, but it should still all be able to fit for 4 players. But anyway, I think that's it. So go to the teleport menu. If you're interested in how to set up a menu, just look at something I uploaded like a year ago for menus. This is way too compact for me to do some sort of little mini tutorial on or anything. If anyone needs it, though, let me know. I can cover it. We are running real close to half an hour now, so if you're interested, look at that, take a screenshot, check it out, or ask about it. But there's a menu. There are 4 of them because 4 players, and you actually control the world with input, so we need 4 separate thingies because all 4 can be using the same thing at the same time. And here is the logic room. That looks really bright. Yucky looking. Anyway, here's stories. 3 stories per zone. There are 5 zones. So there's graveyard, desert, caverns, space station, city. As you can see, Graveyard is the only one that has some extra bits here. It's not done. Or that is done. The rest of them are not. These are basically just copies of whatever's underneath that says story already discovered. The rest of these are just templates that are ready to be filled. Everything else is good to go. Some player specific stuff. If it has to be one player, then I can really make this thing real beefy. But there's the story logic. If anyone's interested and can understand what's going on there, take a screenshot. You can probably gather what's going on. There you go. Sprint logic. This is just real yucky, and I don't like it very much. But I do want it to be there just as an added mechanic. I may increase the default speed, which is going to be right. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. Right there. 40% at the moment, and then 120% for sprint. But this is all sprint stuff. Here's player 1, player 2's all there, player 3, player 4, with HUD color change, which affects HUD stuff here, and also here, alert, which I'm only using for temperature now, not for sprint, just because it would have been real yucky. But this is player HUD stuff. Hit user input 1 and toggles between the 3. It can be increased to 4, although I went top down, so 4 would be above 1, and whatever. POI settings, I'm not using them at the moment, but they're there just in case. Some other bullshit stuff. Story, logic, just real quick. Just a very simple tracking thing. Some other junk. Temperature, a lot less involved than I thought it would be, although I had to add some stuff over here to fix temperature when it was at 0. Let's see, mission logic, this is not populated yet. I will have to copy all of this, but if you look, 7768 network, it does not take up any network, so I'm not real concerned about that. It contains a description, and then all the juicy bits are actually where the mission is taking place. But this is all mission logic. This is also mission logic. This is for completing a mission, brings up some player-specific, mission-specific stuff. So players can be on separate missions at different times. And just setting stuff default, cleaning up after mission is completed or abandoned. And then these integers are here just to be able to have the flexibility to display something that's going on, because you can't display player resources or team resources for that matter. So have to convert them into player specific integers, blah blah blah. So that's all that garbage is. But then a lot of that is referenced here. Basically just setting active mission to 0 and then setting it to whatever the actual mission is, and then indexing the sequencer. So if we've never completed mission 1, then it's going to come here and it's going to go to this sequencer, and sequencer for whatever user triggered it is going to be index 1. So it's going to trigger index 1, which is going to be to activate it and get it started and everything. If it's already been completed, then it's going to be index 3, and it's just going to bring up one of these random dialogues, which is just, I don't have anything for you right now kind of stuff. But this also handles turn-in logic, abandon logic, and everything like that, all handled right here in this nifty little package, which works for up to 4 players. If SnapMap allowed 8 players, this would work for up to 8 players. Uh, but just a little description of the current mission that you're on. This works for story missions and everything else. So far I have the tutorial, new SnapMap update, as in a SnapMap I am working on, yes. As far as update for SnapMap, not so much, except for the fact that my network is so high, and I could make this a single player map and just be able to go crazy with it. But yeah, this is a new SnapMap. Cool. Rewards here. This is just being copied. This is just here as a template kind of thingy here for upgrades. This is purchase logic, using the same indexing method I am for missions, except missions are referencing a sequencer that's then going to another sequencer and all this stuff. This map is not released. No, I did publish it at one point in time to do some testing with somebody else for a moment, but this is not quite done yet. So no, it's not released. Purchase index, we're just changing purchase index to whatever we need it to be, which is we are allocating, let's see, up to 10 for everything here, and then anything over that will be handled down here. Never get most of these things down, only get the hang of cameras and HUD. It's simple but consuming. Oh, time consuming. Yeah, it can be. Rex Infernum Hun. Thanks. Do subscribe to me on SnapMap or something if you want to. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. It should be out before too long, once I get around to actually finishing it. It does take a little bit of time. There's a lot going on. Liz, yeah, it is very time consuming. But once you spend a lot of time with it, then it all kind of melds together. Let's see. Yeah, the purchase logic, we're setting index, and then once we finish the logic for either actually purchasing something or failing in the purchase of something, then we just set it back to 0. So the next time we reference it, it's going to change, and then this on change is going to pass an activator and go on and do all this other stuff. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, man. Here's our hypothermal insulation, hyperthermal insulation stuff. That will max out because I don't want it to go beyond -75 or +75. But yeah, this purchase index, just whatever it needs to be. These labeled empty because they are empty. Most complicated things I could. Yeah, the abandoned mission logic here. Just checking to see, make sure that we actually have a mission, and if we do, then set mission state to 0. 4 to abandon, because then we have to signal the sequencer to then signal index 4 for the abandon, which will then clear up everything within that sequencer. Which signaling 4 is going to then allow it to wrap back around to 1 so it can be started again. That's pretty much it for here. I don't know if this is up to date with what it should be with some of the minor changes I made with the delays. Probably up to date here, but this is all modular, and I can start or update any mission from anywhere. There are no chains coming out of here, going into here. Absolutely nothing. Says the Doom editor, your comment got cut off, I believe. I'm gonna guess that either ends with is better or is worse. Probably is better. Assuming that's talking about the classic editor, but then again, you're talking about classic stuff, and probably exclusively PC. Well, definitely exclusively PC. So there's a lot more. Oh, Doom editor sucks. Screw that guy. Yeah, no, there's tons of stuff that can be done in here, and yeah, I mean, I just discovered kind of how to do this stuff just because I wanted to do something, and it took a little bit of time to figure out. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can be done here. Oh, Halo sucks. Halo Forge, Halo whatever. Halo can just go kill itself. Halo is a complete ripoff of Star Siege Tribes. So yeah, Halo's garbage. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything to cover in here for what is going to come, and what I've been busy with. This is actually, I did 90% of this before I did any custom geo on anything else. That's not true. I worked on the graveyard and did probably half of that before I did any logic. But this, I mean, this handles a very complex mission-based, story-based map, really with no problem. Just a little bit of kind of weird setup if you want to start a mission. And this one's labeled Mission 4, so it's ready to be put wherever Mission 4 gets started. Hive map, no, I wasn't really feeling it, and ran into some problems and just didn't want to start from the beginning and rearrange stuff. So this is kind of my redux on Hive. Database error. Oh god. Your Doom guy fucked shit up. There's not a whole lot of fucking shit up in here. You do get to cut some demons in half, and there'd be a Pinky and a Spectre chasing you around that you have to avoid. This is not a typical SnapMap in the sense that you're not just running around with a gun shooting shit. If you want to do that, then I'll come up with something different after I come up with this, or after I finish this. That will be a little more blood intensive, but this is definitely going to be story driven, but will give you the opportunity to just breeze through it real quick. You still have to do some hunting around and pay attention and read. But if you do that, you should be able to get through it fairly quickly. I'd say 20 minutes if you've already played through it and you know what to do, what to expect, and where to go. But if you want to do everything and, you know, maybe get the top leaderboard spot or something, then it's going to take at least, I'd say, an hour and a half, unless you've done it several times. So this is going to be, or is intended to be, a multi-faceted map. You can do kind of whatever you want, but there is an ultimate objective. So yeah, well, 99% of my maps have just been fuck shit up, and it gets kind of old. overall. Database error back there. You said, hi, what you mean new SnapMap? It's just a map that I'm working on. If you're still viewing, this is it. I think I recently turned off DVR, so you might not be able to go back very far. But this will be, the video in whole will be available before too long. Can't wait till this comes out. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I comment back and forth with Taylorhead every once in a while. I've had maybe one comment with Z Manzilla, and I've seen what he did, and oh shit, JR Crash, Psychotron, all of the community spotlight maps right now. I've seen what these guys do before, and I really want to just piss them off. Well, I'm on PS4, so, and it's an original PS4, so shouldn't be any problem for you. But yeah, this is meant to be an actual representation of something good. Not traditional. A lot of people are going to hate it. That's fine, but it's still going to be solid. But it takes time, and I get bored with it very quickly. I spend about like 2 hours on it, and I'm done for 3 or 4 days. So I don't really know what else I can go over in this video that's just talking about this map without actually getting into how I accomplished some things, and I haven't fully implemented some of these things, so I don't really want to go into how everything works. Something like this I could do, but it will take a little while. I'd want to clean this up a little bit. But just as an overview here, this was originally going to be much larger, but I had to condense it for fear that I was going to run out of space, and I am very close to running out of space. So we're a little over 45 minutes there. A lot of people are going to see this after YouTube processes, and they're just going to say, fuck that, I'm not watching that. But for those of you that do, those of you that are watching right now, thank you very much. It's just real cool. The people that do watch these videos seem to be genuinely interested in this stuff, and that's real cool. And if you guys have any suggestions or requests or anything like that, do let me know in the comments when I can read it at my leisure or leisure. And I'll try to respond or whatever. I lost my train of thought. Liz, same, editing can be tiresome. Spending an hour in a room adding script, all that. True. Yeah. Well, let me see here. This, pretty much everything here that's higher than this, and in fact these too, but these were already placed. I just made them taller. All of this stuff here that's above the like 320 mark, I just added earlier today, and as you can see, I just kind of got lazy with it and just copied everything, and there's no lines there, but here there's actually glass, and then I needed a light source, so I ended up covering the glass, but there's a little beveled edge here, and just, yeah, it is tiresome. If you have maps, I mean, obviously your YouTube display name is Liz, but if you have maps that you want me to check out, or something like that, I tend to not just play a map. I'll go into it and look at the logic and stuff. If you're cool with that, throw a SnapMap ID in the comments, either in this video after it's done processing, or into virtually any other video, and I will probably see it as long as my notifications are working properly. And if you want me to check it out, I'll check it out. I am well, I've seen some pretty bad logic from real good maps, so that's what matters. If it works, that's what matters. I get a little grossed out by real yucky logic, but if it works, that is what ultimately matters. But it can always be improved upon. Almost always. I'm real proud of my logic, but I'm sure I've made some sort of massive mistake that could reduce this by 50%. But anyway, I've pretty much run out of stuff for the scope of this video, so I'm going to end the stream here in just a few seconds. So to those of you watching, to those who might watch in the future, throw up at my logic. Everybody says I will throw up. Neocorp says I will projectile vomit whenever I see this or that, and that all over the place. Well, I have, if it's a real good map, I have redone some logic before and said, hey, you know, I made it a little more efficient, and if you'd like to make your map better, because I really like your map, I made some room for you. I've done that before, not to be like a douche or anything like that, but I have done that before. If there's a real good map out there, I'm willing to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna end this here. Anyone watching now, in the future, in the past, kind of weird, like, dislike, whatever, subscribe if you'd like to. Check out the other videos. I have helpful stuff out there. If you have any suggestions, any questions, any comments, anything, let me know. If you have any maps that you'd like me to check out, I may start doing something like that, and may plug another channel that I'm kind of digging, and he could use some love. So yeah, leave something in the comments. This video, any other video of mine. Otherwise, I'm not going to see it. But yep, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you sometime. Thanks, Rex Infernum. Thanks for the compliment. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, dislike, subscribe, blah 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 blah. Thanks again. Bye bye.